Hey there, Fit Fam. Welcome to the only podcast where we're breaking the mold and rewriting the rules. I'm here to debunk the myths, spill the tea, and serve a hefty dose of reality. No matter where you're at in your journey, we've got something for everybody. So buckle up because we're about to unleash the basics in the most unapologetic way possible. From shedding pounds to embracing your inner badass, I'm here to remind you that skinny is so last season and the basics are anything but boring. So grab your favorite piece of protein and your water bottle and get ready to be empowered, entertained, and educated because being a basics bitch has never looked this good. Hello, and welcome back to the 300th MFN episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. So excited to be here with you today. This is wild. This is crazy. It's wild and crazy. And I'm just really excited to be here with you guys today. Thanks for tuning in, and the continuous tuning in that has been happening over the last almost 3 years. I've hit my 300th episode and I still have 2.5 months. I think, December, I want to say 13th, is actually my 3-year mark. So I'm pretty excited. That means I'm pulling out, averaging about 100 episodes more than 100 episodes a year. So, which is crazy to me. Absolutely loving what I'm doing. I wanted the 300th episode to be on a Wednesday. I intentionally did not record something on Monday, just because I didn't want a Muscle Monday podcast to be the thing that took me to the 300th. I don't know why. It's just like not as, I don't know. Wednesday's always been the thing. It's always been the time. I've always delivered on Wednesday. So here we are. Okay. That being said, I am going to get rid of the tra-la-di-da stuff here in the very beginning on the front end, which is Fat Loss Basics. Cohort 6 is now open. You guys can get in for pre-sale. It is available. It will be about 5.5 weeks. It'll go from October 21st through November, I think it's 27th. And so it's like 5.5 weeks. We are actually focusing on food relationship. That is all this Fat Loss Basics is about. One thing that I had mentioned in the last Friday No Filter that I did is like finding things that don't work are just as important as finding things that do. And the Evergreen model did not work for me. And I've already built out the modules in this class, or in this group. So I'm already very excited. Each week we are going to be focusing on something a little bit different. I can actually tell you what that is. Each week we're going to be focusing on something a little bit different. I don't know. I'm just really excited about it. Let's see. Week 1 is just our kickoff call. It'll be any kind of questions that need to be answered, getting people familiar with the apps, getting people knowing where they're supposed to be, when supposed to be there. My expectations as a coach, right? Week 2 is understanding emotional eating. Week 3 is food guilt and managing cravings. Week 4 is ditching the diet mentality and breaking the binge cycle. And then week 5 is really important because we are going to be embarking on the holiday season. So social situations, how to handle them, right? And then sustaining those health habits long-term. So this is going to be a really big piece. You guys are going to want to get into this. It's going to be a great one. Like I said, there are people walking down my hallway very loudly. These are already structured. Those might be my dogs. These are already structured out. I'm very excited about this. So again, you have pre-sale until Friday. Friday is the last day to get into that pre-sale, unless I might extend it till Sunday. I don't really know. But you're going to want to get in. So go ahead. If you're interested in that, just send me a message because the pre-sale price will not be online. The pre-sale price is only for those that are, paying attention to my Instagram, paying attention here in this group, reaching out, asking questions about it. Those are the people that are getting the pre-sale price. So if you're not, you're going to pay the regular price. And otherwise, yeah, but so excited to have you. So you might as well get into it. If you're going to join, you might as well just fucking join today. So okay, just all you got to do is send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, email, whatever, and I will get you that pricing. So here is something I want to talk about. This has been kind of a different kind of year for me now that we're hitting October. My business has changed a lot over the last 6 to 8 months, I would say. And I've really started transitioning out of being just a weight loss coach. And I'm moving into this more transition of food relationship. Obviously, that's becoming a really big deal for me. in really, really getting back to the basics, right? Like I've been kind of transitioning into this space, but it's been a little bit hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it's been hard. Do you understand, ladies who are listening to me? Y'all don't want fucking boring ass shit. That's the problem. You guys want shiny object shit. That's why you keep jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing. And it makes it very difficult as a coach to get clients, honestly, when you don't want to fucking do the work. And that's hard. That's a reality. And again, that's not about being lazy. Okay. If we want to go back to that podcast and listen to it. It has nothing to do about being lazy, but it does have a lot to do with your capacity, even your just awareness around what you actually should be doing. And the fact that you don't have to shift as much as what people think you have to shift. Like that's, I think, the bigger thing is that people are like, oh my God, I have to overhaul my whole life. This sounds like so much work. It's actually like a lot less than what you've probably done in most programs that you've been a part of, which is funny because you would not think that that's the case, especially when you have programs that are telling you exactly what to eat and when to eat and how to eat and blah, blah, blah. We don't do that. So it's something that like, it's definitely an adjustment piece, right? But I'm going to tell you this. It's been a very difficult transition for me. Finding my own ground and space. As you can tell, people get really fucking angry and ignited when I say things that are against the grain. And I'm only going more into that. I'm only going more deeper into that space of going against the grain and literally, you know, it's going to go hard. You guys are going to see even a bigger polarizing message coming from me. And that's either going to do one of two things for you. You're either going to be like, fuck off, and that's okay too. Or you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to hire her. That's the goal, right? The goal is for you to be in one of those two categories. If you're not going to hire me anyway, great. I hope you listen to this podcast. Hopefully you get something from it. That's awesome. And that's wonderful. And I think that's amazing. But if you're listening to this and you're going, okay, I fucking need help. I cannot continuously live this way anymore. Oh my God, I need help. Then that's what I'm here for. Right. That was definitely one of the reflections that I got today at a check-in, from one of my one-on-one clients, excuse me. And it was actually I didn't necessarily expect it, but that's a feedback that I've been getting from. And I'm going to say this just very matter of fact, this client that I'm working with currently literally is a quote unquote dream client. She is a person that's willing to dig deep, do the work. And those are the clients actually currently that I have right now. The clients who want to get to the bottom of their problems, the clients that want to dig all the way down to the deepest, darkest parts of themselves and fucking get into the muck and make shit happen. Those are currently the clients that I have right now. And I love it because that is who I want to serve. That is why I'm no longer a weight loss coach. I'm not just a weight loss coach, right? I want to serve the people who are, why am I here to begin with? How did I get into the situation to start? Right? Like that's where I want to go. That's who I want to work with. And so like the testimonial this week that was left was like, trusting the process is easier when you have someone guiding you. The accountability is phenomenal. Y'all don't need me to tell you what the fuck you're supposed to be doing, right? I know what to do. I just need to do it. Exactly. It's not the doing, or it's not the what to do is the problem. It's the doing it. That's the issue. Okay. And this is why I keep going. Even when it's hard, even when it's tough, even there have been moments where I'm like, oh my God, maybe I just need to pack it in. Doing content and doing emails and doing all these things. And does anybody even listen? And does anybody even care? And it becomes this like huge, big ego trip for me, you know, just like it would anybody else, just like it mostly does. And I have to be brought back down to earth. And it's like, stop. What is your goal? What is your job? Why are you doing this? And I'm doing it so that I can help fucking people change their life. Right? There's no bigger, greater reward. Bigger, greater. I don't know if that's a thing. There's no greater reward than to watch literally that happen. And in my current world right now, those are the people who are in my world, and watching them literally transform before my motherfucking eyes is like chef's kiss. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And it doesn't matter if I have 2 clients or 15 clients. If those are the people that are ready and willing to do the work, then those are the people that I'm going to be here to serve. And I don't care, again, if it's one person or 45 people. I don't care. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do the things. And that's why partially, you know, I have revamped group coaching. because it just wasn't how I wanted it to go as a coach. And I'm already like, literally group coaching hasn't even launched legitimately yet. And I'm already feeling so much better, so much better. Just everything feels so right about the group coaching program. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, in this 5.5 weeks that we do this group coaching, if you're not in this group coaching program, you are missing the fuck out. You are missing out big time, because I am already so fucking stoked and excited about this program specifically that if I'm already it's like 26 days till we start, and I want to start tomorrow. Like, I want to get people in ready to go tomorrow. I could go start teaching tomorrow, right? That's what lights me up. Finding those things that light me up are the things that keep me going. Being able to educate and teach and help people kind of unwind things and unravel things and peel back layers. Those are the things that I want to be doing. That's what lights me up. And so I got stuck in this, like, kind of this rut of like, woe is me, poor me. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been there in your health journey? Oh, poor me. It's for everybody else. Everybody else is losing weight and I'm not. And look at my whatever coworker or my aunt or I don't fucking know, sister. And you're like, oh, they're all losing weight and I'm not, right? It's the same concept. You have no idea what is going on behind the scenes. Maybe you do, but you don't, right? You don't really know their deep, dark feelings that they might be having, even though surface level is like, oh, they're doing this, but what does it look like beneath that surface? Okay. It's very similar when it comes to building a business and why I continue to keep going and why I refuse that even when it gets hard and uncomfortable and ugly and sometimes a little questionable and sketchy. And it's like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, I don't know if I'm built for this. I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's like, I have the moment and it happens. And it's like, yes, you can. You can keep going. And this is why you're going to keep going. And this is why you're going to keep going. And this is why you're going to keep going. And then there's constant reminders is like, this is why I started. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, and it's interesting too, because I'm seeing a lot, you know, obviously right now, a lot of people who are in the interwebs and they're just like, oh, I'm going to start this online. I'm going to become a personal trainer. I'm going to start a business. People don't get, literally, they do not understand the back end of a business virtually online. This shit is not for the birds. This shit, I don't give a shit how many people make it look so fucking easy, breezy, and simple. It's not. It's not easy, breezy, simple. Okay. This is why I talk all the time about the parallels of my health journey and the parallels of my business journey, is because all the times that I could have quit, that I could have stopped, that I could have just chose a better quick fix, that I could have just thrown in the towel, that I could have just fallen off the wagon and said, fuck it, never mind. And I chose not to do it, is the reason why I'm here today. So if I can take that same mentality and if I can take those same principles and I can dig down and find the same pieces of myself that I found during those moments and I can apply them here, I can keep going. I don't have to quit. I don't have to throw in the towel. I don't have to do the things. I can literally pick up and just keep stepping forward. It might not look how I want it. It might look ugly. It might be uncomfortable, sound familiar, but I'm going to keep doing it. Because my job currently is to serve, first and foremost. I desire, that's what I want to do. And that's why I say we're 26 days out from group coaching, but I could teach this shit tonight. I want to get into those things like now. It lights me up. It excites me. And the reason it does is because I see on the back end how much it changes for people, how much people get out of it. And that's not an ego thing. That's not ooh, I'm so great at what I do, even though I am really great at what I do, right? It's the feeling and watching somebody else completely change, completely transform. That is the coolest part about this. You know, I had another client who messaged me this week that because of the work that we have done the last 5 months, when this hit home, when her daughter had asked to work out and started asking questions about things, she felt like she could handle the conversation because of the work that she is doing for herself. You know, and this is very relatable to me because when I had a daughter, I never wanted my kid to feel the way I felt about myself. calling myself the names I did, saying the things I did about myself, poking myself, treating myself like trash, starving myself, hating myself, crying, all the things. And that was rough. I never wanted my kid to feel that. So when she messaged me this, she's like, man, it's just this work that we've been doing just allowed me to feel really confident in being able to talk to my kid about this and why I'm doing this in a way that made sense, not out of a place of hate for myself, but out of a place of of kindness and love. And I was able to literally have a whole conversation that I don't think I would have been able to have otherwise. This is so much bigger. I constantly say weight loss is so much bigger. It's so much bigger. It's so much bigger than just the number on the scale. It's so much bigger than, being able to fit in a size 2 pant. It's so much bigger than, somebody else telling you, oh my gosh, look at you. You look so skinny. It's so much bigger. It goes way deeper than that. It's those are all very surface level things. Do they feel good? Sure. Do they potentially give you a little drive? Yeah, absolutely. Does it feel good when somebody's like, man, you're doing great. Look at you. Yeah, thank you so much. That feels good, right? When the scale does start trending down, not just one day, but multiple times over the weeks, it does feel good because, at the end of the day, you're putting in a lot of work. You're putting in a whole lot of work. And so that matters, right? So that does feel good, right? Man, when you get to go buy that size down, or you get a smaller loop belt on your, smaller hole on your belt, right? Those things do feel good. They're great. And that does feel great because again, that's hard work that you're putting in, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than the belt, and it's bigger than the scale number, and it's bigger than the size pant, and it's bigger than the compliment. It's actually you kind of transforming. One thing I don't think people really talk about a lot is the fact that the person that you are when you start a weight loss journey and you have, I'm talking about significant 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds to lose, you are not the same person on the other side. And nobody talks about, it's not just your body shape that changes, it's you. You are no longer the person that you used to be. In order for you to transform your body, you must transform your fucking self. You can't have one without the other. Okay? You are not going to lose an excessive amount of weight and not change who you are as a person. It will change your DNA. It literally will change your brain waves. It will literally change those things. So when you are changing and you're making choices and it's bigger than the scale, and you do things because you choose to, not because you have to, it makes a big difference. And it changes how you perceive everything, your outlook on everything, how you internalize everything, how you accept things, how you have conversations with people, how your confidence level, that exponentially changes and makes a big difference. But you're not going to change who you are physically, deep down. And I'm not talking your quick fix. I'm not talking your fucking Optavia that gets sent to your door, your little fucking happy juice. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about when you actually change and transform your life physically, it will transfer to you emotionally and mentally, and you will change as a person, and your whole life will literally transform before your eyes. And you guys, this is why I keep going. This is why when it gets hard, this is why when I feel like it's not working, this is why when I feel like nobody's watching, nobody's doing anything, they don't understand me as a coach, I don't all these things, when I start to get all these doubts, you guys, I'm not any different than you. I get all these doubts. And I'm like, man, this is why I keep going. This is why I keep going. This is why I keep going. Because there's somebody out there for me to serve, whether that's you who's listening to this, that's saying, man, I need you. Or somebody else who you maybe share this with, because maybe you're not in a place there, but you're like, man, my mom or my sister, or my aunt or my whoever, my cousin, my coworker, whoever, she could really use this. She really needs this. This really resonated with me. I'm going to send that to her and she gets that help. right? So my job is, even if this one person listens to this, and I know not one person is listening to this, because right now, in fact, my podcast is fucking exploding. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I got a shit ton of downloads in Singapore. I don't even know where this is. India somewhere. I can't pronounce it. England, Canada. We're everywhere right now. So, which is really, really cool. So thank you. But it could be you that's listening to this. So even if one person hears this and gets something from it, that's why I keep going. That's why I will keep going. So if you're listening to this and you're like, man, I'm not ready yet. I'm not there. I'm not ready to hire you yet. Hey, that's okay. I'm going to be here when you're ready. I'm really excited to have this one client. She's going to come on here with me. I don't know when that's going to happen, but she's going to come on here with me and she's going to talk and chat with me. And we talked for a year. Gosh, I don't even know how long, maybe more than a year before. How did she put it? It was kind of funny because I was telling her that, somebody found me and very similar situation to her. It was kind of very similar situation as far as like her history and her past, right? And I said, let's see, what is it? I'm trying to think of it. She said, because we were just talking a little bit about a little bit of different thing. I said, I don't have the $30 supplement cure that's, that's going to cure people. And I was like, you have to put in the work. She's like, it's so hard. But like, look at me. I literally was avoiding you for a year. That's what she went. I literally was avoiding you for a year. And I said, that happens. Some people it'll take 2 weeks to buy, some people 12 weeks, and some people 2 years. And that's okay. So you're going to get there on your own time. But like I've always told people, I had somebody reach out to me the other day who I've been talking to for almost 3 years and has yet to hire me one-on-one yet, until the other day when she said, how do I apply for FSA, HSA? I need to hire you. I need to work with you. I need to get my nutrition under control. Okay. I've been talking to this person for 3 years. She's been in a group coaching container with me before. She's done a lot of my master classes. Okay. I have worked with her multiple times in multiple capacities, never one-on-one, until almost 3 years later where she's like, okay, now is the time. And guess what? I'm here because I kept going, because I didn't quit, because I didn't give up, because I didn't succumb to the hard pieces that made me want to sometimes stop. And then I had to dig deep and remind myself, why am I here? Why did I start a podcast? Why did I start a business? Why did I start coaching? Who am I here to serve? And the answer is you. I'm here to serve you. And this is why I will keep going. So, amen to 300 episodes. So cool. I'm literally kind of it's not surreal for me yet, which is pretty crazy, but yeah, thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming along this wild ride. And I appreciate you, whether it's just a podcast download, maybe it's a Facebook like sometimes you like my stuff, or you've been a one-on-one client or in any of my containers, whether it's group coaching or master classes. I just want to say thank you for joining me on this crazy roller coaster. And I can't wait to continue to serve you. So if you're ready to hop into that group coaching container, which you should be at this point, it is live. You are able to get into it. All you got to do is shoot me a quick message and say, hey, how do I get in there? What's the pre-sale pricing? And let's get you in there and ready to rock and roll. Thanks so much for listening today. If you laughed, learned, or just felt the vibe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps this ass train chugging along. If you're ready to embrace the basics with a twist, follow me on social media. Links are in the show notes, and let's see the ways we can work together. All right, basics bitches, you're not just listeners, you're part of the revolution. Remember, skinny's out, basics are in, and you're looking damn good doing it. So until next time, stay basic.